Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Danganronpa Sugar Happy Havoc. All of the doors in the school are now unlocked, so I can explore wherever I please. I'm extremely curious about this area. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. What the hell? This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up in here or something. This looks like the Grey Fox hallway in MGS1, where you see all these dead bodies. And then you go into the room and see Otacon pissing his pants. The hell is this? The bed is completely torn apart. It doesn't look that way. I mean, it's not really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. Slash marks on the floor. Okay, so I assume Chapter 5 was my last opportunity to, like, get free time and talk to people, right? I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Is that all I can investigate here? That seems to be it. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I can see why this would be locked. God, Makoto. If Kyoko can bring herself to go into the boys' bathroom, you can bring yourself to go in the girls' bathroom. Well, let's just see if there's anything in the bathroom that's noteworthy. Nothing? Great. More time to investigate other areas. What the hell is this? That's a giraffe coming out of a locker. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Every single locker is investigatable. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Try everything. Metal plate. So none of these lockers are openable. They're only accessible by, like, the previous handbook owners. I assume that's the case, so nothing important in this room. Maybe some story revelations, but that's about it. The hell is this? Oh, it appears to be a lounge of sorts? No? This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. A regret? Only, that area seems to be investigatable. Okay. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Look at that 4x3 monitor. God. There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake? Or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, but that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this... It's probably Kyoko. Let's be honest, the password is probably Kyoko. Because he loved his daughter so much, his Musume. Should I... What? There's a PC on the desk that must belong to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the Ultimate Despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the Ultimate Despair?
However...
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The Ultimate Despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
That's a good outlook to have. Okay, sure. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret? I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it. Do whatever you want. That's a very Byakuya thing to say. Okay. Let's give it a shot. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... What? That did it? I thought the computer was gonna blow up for a second, like, what? That noise is very vague. Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Well, okay. I mean... Listen... I'm having trouble articulating myself here. Just because you don't love your dad doesn't mean your dad doesn't love you. Kyoko. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Oh, it's a present and a picture. Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. That's cute! I love this guy! I'd better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. Oh god. I bet it's a bomb. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside, and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. There's no reason that the headmaster would leave this present unless it was useful in some capacity. This could be used to identify somebody. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? It was wrapped up all nice, so I never would have guessed what was inside. Human bones. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box? My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how could you not know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same okay. Somewhere in the school right now. Ha 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 ha. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words...
that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe at some point, she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true kitty-kitty detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. I find it hard to believe that this collection of bones just made its way into this box by itself. The question is, who put the bones in the box? Because I hardly believe that Kyoko's dad just climbed into a box, closed the lid, and died in there. The fact that it's like a skeleton means that his body was like disfigured or incinerated in some fashion. The headmaster's desk is probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, "In case of emergency." I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
in other words,
A handbook with no limitations, giving to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then, I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? So I can theoretically open those lockers, right? Anything else in here? Nothing? Okay. I want to take a close look at this photo. Huh? This picture. Aw, she's so cute! This is adorable. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Oh, that's a sprite I haven't seen at all.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. So this is all related to the case.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more. But,
Hey,
could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I will turn to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Wow. This game just took my heart, split it into 3 parts, and then juggled them while walking on a tightrope. Is she really okay? Kyoko. It must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt that the headmaster performed that evil deed. Or the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. But we've established that the headmaster isn't the mastermind. The headmaster just initiated the plans, and then the mastermind just escalated and carried them on, right? But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. which means that the mastermind's true identity is a student. Not Mukuro, but another student. 15 of us met in the main hall. Male hall? What? Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be! I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Is there anything else I can... Okay. A leather chair. I can't imagine the student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. The desk is home to a computer. It must have been belonged to the headmaster. Nothing else in here, huh? Okay. Let's leave Kyoko to curl herself into a ball and cry. Cause she deserves that me time. What the? I've seen that before. That's a hieroglyph, right? That's what is that? God. I've seen it before though. It's an Egyptian hieroglyph or symbol of some sort. So, what does that have to do with... What does that mean? Oh, God. Okay, alright, there's some more places I have to investigate. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip to those. My God, I'm rattled at the moment. I just remembered something. I have an all-access handbook now. Let's see what secrets these lockers are hiding. I wonder if I can open this locker. Locked. There's a card reader. Must be how you get the locker open after all. It's pretty similar, okay. So does that mean, okay. No luck. Maybe only the luck. Wait, but... What about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... Ooh! Alright! Just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Wait, is that a crystal ball? Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of uneasiness I may have had evaporated. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended okay, now I understand what the pictures mean in Chapter 3. Well, now I'm trying to figure out how exactly this scenario came to fruition. So, I'll have to investigate more loggers just to be sure. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. That's all there is to this, I believe. Okay, let's check out another one. I don't see anything that might be a clue. What? Okay, alright, looks like this locker's already broken. I took the emergency handbook and, okay. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook while my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students there in a communal life. So... No, hey. There is a possibility of a post-apocalyptic scenario, right? Right? I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster, and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote in here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. So her memories were wiped as well, right? What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Huh. But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers... I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. Wait, when Monokuma told me about the ultimate physicist in the time machine, was he telling the truth? He did say it can only go back 1 minute, but... I have no reason to believe he's lying. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Nope, don't see anything. Good, fantastic. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Okay. I only saw Hiro and Kyoko stuff. Everything else is not important, apparently. God, this is getting more and more puzzling by the minute. Okay. Whew. Am I done on the second floor? I believe I am. Maybe. I can't be sure. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc is available on Steam and the Vita for $30. The sequel Goodbye Despair is also available on Steam and the Vita for $30. Please pick them up if you can. They are very, 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 very good thus far. Then again, I think I'm nearing the end of the game. Well, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Toodaloo.